The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Matthew. Jesus made the disciples get into the boat and proceed him to the other side of the sea, while he dismissed the crowds. After doing so, he went up on the mountain by himself to pray. When it was evening, he was there alone, while the boat, already a few miles offshore, was being tossed about by the waves, for the wind was against it. During the fourth watch of the night, he came toward them, walking on the sea. When the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were terrified. "It is a ghost," they said, and they cried out in fear. At once, Jesus spoke to them. "Take courage, it is I, do not be afraid." Peter said to him in reply, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water." He said, "Come." Peter got out of the boat and began to walk on the water toward Jesus. But when he saw how strong the wind was, he became frightened, and beginning to sink, he cried out, "Lord, save me." Immediately, Jesus stretched out his hand and caught him. And he said to him, "O you of little faith, why did you doubt?" After they got into the boat, the wind died down. Those who were in the boat did him homage, saying, "Truly, you are the Son of God." After making the crossing, they came to land at Gennesaret. When the men of that place recognized him, they sent word to all the surrounding country. People brought to him all those who were sick and begged him that they might touch only the tassel of his cloak, and as many as touched it were healed. The Gospel of the Lord. I want to begin with a question. What are the kind of things that take away your mind from God? The expectation is we remain focused on Christ, that in the whole of our lives we will be centered on Christ, Christocentric. But in the reality of our daily experiences, how we live our lives, what are the kinds of things that take away your gaze from Christ? Challenges of life, family, work, tensions, sickness, disease, fear, apprehension, so many things. And this is the experience of Peter in our gospel today. Christ was walking towards them on the sea. And he said, "If it is you, Christ, ask me to come." And Christ says, "Come." And Christ offers all of us that invitation. "Come unto me, all you who labor and are burdened." So that same invitation that Peter got we get from Christ every day. But as Peter got up, focused on Christ to respond to this invitation, he was able to walk on the sea. Very interesting. When the wind became strong, Peter removed his gaze from Christ and focused on the winds that were tossing the sea around, and he started to sink. Be aware of this. Each time we have the cares of life, worries and burdens and all the things that drag our attention, as soon as they take our attention from Christ, we begin to sink. Either in our spiritual lives, or even in our moral lives, or even in our physical lives, we begin to sink. So be aware of the things that create tensions around you. They take away your gaze from Christ and you begin to sink. The good thing in the gospel is that when Peter discovered that he was sinking, he didn't struggle to recover himself. He returned his gaze back to Christ and said, "Save me." He cried back to Christ. So when the cares of this world, the vicissitudes of this world, the dangers that surround us, the things that create fears begin to make us sink in the world, let us turn back to Christ and say, "Christ, save me." Christ held him by the hand and he no longer sank. Christ is capable. Christ has the power to lift us up from our situations. If he does not, he gives us the grace, the enablement, the power to be able to go through that experience. So let us trust in God always. Let us keep our gaze fixed on Christ all the times.